are now recording. We're live. Welcome to week 27 of Homemade with TGP. We're very excited to be here again in Irit's kitchen. This month is Israeli Food Month, so we are going to be learning something wonderful from Irit Langer. So I'm going to ask everybody to mute themselves.
Yes, Ben.
And unmute yourself if you have a question or send a chat. And Irit, you are up.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So kebab is made of chopped meat. I mean, sometimes I see confusion where they say kebab, but it's like pieces of chicken or pieces of beef. But this kebab is, I told somebody today what I'm doing, and they said, you mean like a hamburger? So maybe it's a little similar, but it's not really. So I'm going to start with showing the ingredients. So I have about 1.5 pounds of chopped beef that I'm putting 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds. I have a medium-sized onion, so it's about this size onion that I chopped already because I didn't want to cry on screen. So it's this amount, and it's chopped very, very fine. So you can see it's like really as small as I can, like really tiny little pieces of onion that I put inside the meat. Okay, the second main ingredient is fresh parsley. So I said a bunch, but the bunch I got is very big. That's a bunch. So I do about 3/4 of a bunch. And I'm gonna chop it also as fine as I can. If you want to do it in a food processor, you can. I get too lazy than washing it. So I'm really gonna chop the top part of it. I'm gonna get rid of the big stems here at the bottom and chop the top part of it as much as I can, tiny. As tiny as I can. So is anybody cooking or you're just watching? Should I be waiting?
Irit, I'm cooking. I'm chopping the onions right now, but I'm wearing my onion goggles so I don't cry.
Oh, I keep saying to myself I have to do it, and I don't buy it.
I agree.
I keep forgetting to buy it. You know, when my kids were in high school, they had some lab goggles that I used to use, but we lost them.
You know what? One of the ladies who was cooking said that her husband had been a chef, and he suggested putting the onion in the freezer for about 10 minutes or so. That would reduce the strength of the onion when you're chopping it. And I tried it, and it actually works.
Pauline, good if there was Susan Monheit, and I loved when she gave that advice.
Yeah, I tried it. It worked.
And you read, I'm cooking also, Bubby.
Good. I keep forgetting to put the onion in the freezer. I know about that trick, but I thought it has to be there longer.
It's a good trick, but it doesn't work for me. I'm like hypersensitive, so I would cry anyway.
Well, I cried already because I cut mine an hour ago. Like you read.
So I'm going a little slow on the parsley here. So that can catch up with the onion and the parsley.
I'll catch up.
So Ellen, what are you doing? 2 batches?
2 batches. One batch is I think it was like a steak. I don't know what it was. It was chopped red meat because we don't usually eat red meat. And the other batch is ground turkey. So yes, I'm making 2 batches. I made a bigger onion and I split it in half, and now I'm doing the parsley. Yes, I'm going to split everything in half.
A lot of onion.
Tell me how it came, the turkey one. I never made it with turkey.
Okay. I will let you know.
Okay.
And Irit, when I told Alan you were making kebabs, like you said, he thought it was like shish kebab, when it's like a cube of chicken and then a
Yes.
cube of like a pepper and then a tomato. That's, I guess that's the difference between shish kebab and regular kebab, right?
No, yeah, I guess. I don't know how do they call it in Israel, Asa? The pieces of meat on the skewer, not the kebab. You know what they call it? It's very funny. They call it shipudim, which shipud means the skewer itself. So they just say, they say skewers, and then you say chicken on skewer or beef. But kebab is always chopped meat.
So we're not using any skewers today. I noticed it's not a skewer thing at all, right?
If you did it on the barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to do it on a skewer. I mean, it gets too hot in here. I mean, I never use the skewers inside, but you can. Remember, this is gonna go in the grill, in the boiler,
Mm-hmm.
and then you need, okay, so I don't know, I see Ellen and not me, so I don't know if anybody's seeing me.
I see you.
But this
Yeah,
is
a lot.
it's finely chopped. Yes, yours is a little bigger, Ellen.
Yes, I make it smaller. Okay. Once it's finely chopped, it's going into this mixed meat mixture.
Yes. So now I made the twice before that I cooked was stuff that I learned from my mom. This recipe is my dad's recipe. My Zichrono Livracha, my late dad's recipe. He used to make. He was the master of kebab in the family. And what he used to do is he used to buy a little bit of lamb fat and grind it with the beef. So I don't know where to get lamb's fat here and to grind it or anything. So instead I add about 2 tablespoons of regular oil, just like canola oil. I have about 2 tablespoons here. So I add it to the mix, so it's gonna have a little more fat in it. And
Irit,
yes,
sometimes you can get ground lamb at Seasons or Aaron's.
I know, but I didn't want to make it with lamb. I just wanted a little bit. I guess I could get a little bit and mix it up.
I mean, like you do, yeah, a little bit. Anyway,
Yeah, but I guess this was the cheap way in Israel. I think lamb was very expensive or more expensive. So the lamb fat, it needs a little extra fat, and the lamb's fat has exactly the flavoring of the lamb. So maybe that's why it was done this way. Okay, so we have the onion and we have the parsley. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I use Israeli breadcrumbs, but any breadcrumbs will do. You could use matzo meal if you prefer. You could use gluten-free panko, any breading, any type of breading that is going to hold this together. So I use 2, maybe a little more tablespoons of breadcrumbs. And baking soda. I don't know if anybody cooks with baking soda, maybe baking with it. I add it because it makes it fluffier. It makes the meat, you don't want it to be condensed, and it makes it fluffier. One time I didn't have baking soda, and I added a quarter of a cup of seltzer.
Oh.
And that worked too.
Irit, I thought it said baking powder. It's baking soda. I have both, but which is it's baking soda?
Soda. Did I say powder? It has to be soda. If I said powder, I'm sorry.
I think you did.
It
Let me
said
go back.
soda.
Yeah. It said soda? Well, then I don't know how to read. Hold on.
So
I use
about half 3/4 of a teaspoon. I add there's something called kebab spices in Israeli stores. They probably have it in Aaron's too. The Perek brand. I don't have it, so instead I use cumin. I guess I keep forgetting to buy, but cumin is also very good. And I'm also gonna add 3/4 of a spoon. It's very strong cumin, so if you don't like it,
too bad.
no, just don't add it, or add another spice, like maybe shawarma spices even, or So barbecue spices. And some paprika.
Do you use the whole cumin or do you use the ground cumin?
No, the ground. I never use the whole cumin for anything, but I guess you don't want to take a bite of a kebab and have like a whole cumin and, you know.
I like to use the kebab spice one. That one's good.
Yes, I think it's good. So if you have it, I mean, I keep forgetting to buy it.
Do you use Hungarian or Mexican paprika?
You know what? I use just simple McCormick paprika. Anyone I have.
Because I have both.
Yeah, what's the
Perig.
difference?
Perig makes very good.
Michael,
has
I
very good-
cannot.
This is I don't know. I just use a plain regular paprika. Now, salt. What did I say? I add like also like almost a spoon of full of salt, but it's up to you how much you want to add. Maybe a little more. And nutmeg. Now, when I'm lazy, I use this nutmeg from Trader Joe's. But today I decided I'm using like this lemon zester. And I have nutmegs. I guess they sell them here. I brought it with me from Israel a while ago. They look really like a nut, like a tree nut, but you can't eat it. So I'm just gonna grind it into it's like fresher. It gives it a little fresher taste.
I grate nutmeg. I have a nutmeg grinder in my kitchen, and it's incredible in French toast, in spinach. It's a fresh nutmeg it's a big difference. It's really great.
Where do you buy the nutmeg?
I used to buy it at Fairway. I have to, but they last for so long. I mean, for me, it lasts for a long time. I don't know. I have to look. I gotta look, see where I can find it.
The truth is, I only add nutmeg to kebabs, and I add it to anything orange, like sweet potatoes.
Very good. Very good.
What do you call them? No. I forgot what it's called. The butternut squash. I add it to butternut squash, acorn squash, anything orange. I add. I don't know why I decided that that's how you do it. So let me just make sure. Oh, and just pepper. This is also to taste. So I'm grinding a little pepper inside. So now we just need to mix it very well. So I'm using my hands. I don't know if you guys want to mix with spoons. It takes way too long, in my opinion.
Are you going to put an egg in there?
No. I mean, you could, but I don't know how it would come out because you're not frying it and it's not meatballs. It goes like, on the barbecue or inside the broiler, and I don't know what an egg would do. But any kebab recipe that I saw.
Irit, I put egg once. I usually put sometimes egg too. It just binds it like the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, but do you put an egg in a hamburger?
No, actually, I don't put eggs in burgers.
Yeah, so why would you put it here? It's like because it's on the barbecue as well.
Yeah, once in a while I do it.
Yeah. I took the meat out of the fridge just before, and I'm thinking now maybe it would have been better if it was out a little longer before, but too late, so.
Irit, the difference between using red meat and using turkey is the turkey is so much softer. It's so much harder with that. I don't cook with red meat too much. It's so much harder.
Yeah.
You're right. I just took it out of the refrigerator.
I guess you just need to use your hands, and it's like, how you make when you make dough.
Mm-hmm.
When you knead dough, just mix it very well because all the spices, you know.
Yep.
We put it all on top. So it's very similar to hamburgers, except it has a lot more spices and it has onion and parsley. So, and we're gonna shape it differently. So let me wash my hands and I'll show you what it looks like when it's mixed. Okay. So I don't know if you could see, but it's like, you see the onion, you see the parsley, and you don't see the spices, but they're there. So what I do now, and I'm sorry I didn't put it in the preparation notes. I have a regular half sheet, and I have a what do you call it?
Wire rack.
A wire rack. I put the meat on it inside the sheet, and on the sheet I put aluminum foil because a lot of fat drips, and I don't want to ruin my half sheet. And today, for the first time, Guy told me, let's see if it works, because sometimes when it's so close to the fire, it starts a fire in the oven. So we put like a half a cup of water at the bottom of the pan. So I don't know if it's gonna work. It's the first time I'm doing it this way. So if you know how when you use the boiler, the flame is like on top and it's in the middle. It's not really the whole width of the broiler. So what I do is I make pieces of kebab and I want them all to cook at the same time. And I put them this way, like I'm gonna stick it in lengthwise, and I put like 3 wide in the middle like this. And when I turn on the boiler, I put it on a rack very close to, like the closest one I can to the top. Because it really needs like direct flame, just like when you barbecue outside. So I'm gonna start shaping them. I take a small amount, not a big amount, and this takes a little time. So like this amount, like a tiny meatball, but I shape it this way, like a sausage, I guess. It's shaped like this.
Irit, I have a question.
Yes.
Every time I've seen ground meat used, like in this fashion, they call it kube. What's the difference in your house between kube and a kebab? Because a kebab I normally see as a chunk of meat, either lamb or beef or turkey or whatever. But when it's ground meat mixed up like that, they call it kube. Do you know the
Kube is usually it's in something. It's in a farina dough.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or it's in burgul, or it's in rice. Because I'm Iraqi, our kubes are like, my mom makes it with farina. So it's like a dumpling, but it's not made of wheat. It's made of farina. And you put the chopped meat, spiced chopped meat, just like I made now, inside.
Okay.
Or I don't know if you've seen in Middle Eastern restaurants, they make it in burgul, like they're shaped like also long.
Right.
And they deep fry them. It's like burgul with meat inside, and it's deep fried. So that's what I know kube is. Anything else that chopped meat that's not on in the boiler, we call like patties or meatballs. So where have you had kube that was not covered in something, just like meat. In Middle Eastern restaurants?
Middle Eastern restaurant, sure.
Okay.
You read, I've seen some Moroccans make it in a sauce, the kube.
Really?
Yeah, but is it not meat? It's always covered with something.
Right, it's got something on it, but it's in a sauce.
Yeah, that's what my mom makes kube in soup. In a chicken type soup with tomatoes and stuff. So, okay, so I mean, if anybody wants to say anything, because I don't know how much more I have to say, and it's gonna take a little time to shape all of these, because they're tiny. Any questions or? Dina, do you have somebody to do shakshuka? I know you really want shakshuka, and I never make it because I don't like it.
So I do have someone, a really lovely girl who I worked with at Schechter, Long Island. She's a teacher there. She's going to be doing that for us on, what is that, the 25th? Yeah, on the 25th. So come back definitely on the 25th for shakshuka. But I just need someone for next week to do something. We'll figure it out.
Well,
When do you need to have someone volunteer by?
I need to know by as soon as possible because I need their ingredients list tomorrow morning.
Okay. All right. I'll think about someone.
Thank you.
Ellen, Deb, how is it going?
I'm up to, first I did the red meat, now I'm doing the turkey. And
Are you putting them in the same rack?
No.
On the same,
no, I'm gonna do two different pans.
because
you-
it might cook it a different, it might cook differently, faster.
Exactly. That's why
slower.
I'm putting them on two different pans. And Irit, you're gonna appreciate this more than anybody else. I don't need as much food in my house as I used to because it's only me and Alan. So I don't know who's gonna eat all this food right now.
I guess, first of all, you know what you can do? You don't have to put it all in the boiler.
Mhm.
If it fresh already shaped in the fridge, you could boil some tomorrow and they're gonna be fresh.
Could I, at what point could I freeze them?
You know, I never froze meat that's with spices, but if anybody else did it and it worked, then
I did. I froze a kebab.
So
you mean
before-
raw or cooked, Bonnie?
Raw is if the meat was fresh and it wasn't frozen already. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
fresh, I've frozen it.
Really? Oh, so maybe I'll do that because, I'm so used to buying for 3. And when Jacob was here, he had quite an appetite. And now that he's
I wanted
gone,
to say it's not really 3. When you had Jacob, it was more like 4.
like 8.
Half for Jacob, and you and Alan, the other half.
Oh my God. So
Ellen, is the turkey meat holding together good?
beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm not much more comfortable with the turkey meat, to be honest, because that's what I use all the time. It was the red meat that was a little odder
Oh,
for
I'd
me.
like to try it with turkey too. I never did it with turkey.
I'll let
You
you
know,
guys.
Ellen, maybe your boys would like you to give them some.
I know, but then I have to drive to Jersey City and Manhattan. Can't send it. I just saw them. I wish I would have been this afternoon. They really they look beautiful.
I would freeze some. That's what I probably
Yeah,
would.
Who looks beautiful, the boys or the patties, the
Both.
kebabs?
The patties look beautiful, and the boys were handsome.
All right, I think I'm done making mine. I have about 10. I may have made them too big. I don't know.
I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. I probably have 18.
I don't know if I can show you this. Irit, can you see these?
Yes. And
They're
they're
kinda like-
round.
They're
Yeah,
like,
it's just
oh,
they're
those
gonna be
like
bigger.
footballs.
That's it.
yeah, they're about
Doesn't
football
matter.
shaped, about the same amount as I would put in a hamburger,
Yeah.
and about as thick.
I'm
Do you make them
almost done.
thin? Or you keep them rounded?
I made them long. You see, like these.
No,
are-
but I mean from top to bottom. How thick are they?
Can you
Okay, it's
tell?
like 2 inches, 1.5 inches.
How many inches is this? About 1.5 inches, not 2 inches.
Okay. Yeah, mine are about that. 1 or 2 are taller. I'm squishing them down.
Ellen, I want you to know that I had reached out to Shira Farkas. Well, she's not Shira Farkas anymore, but I reached out to her about teaching, and she's having her second baby tomorrow. So unfortunately, she can't.
Wow.
She can't teach.
Yep.
You know Shira Farkas, Shira and Sivan, they're twins.
They're Jacob, they're Zachary age.
Zach's age. They're Zach's friends. Yeah.
Yeah, on Facebook today, she wrote, "This is my last like cuddles with my older daughter."
Yeah.
I didn't realize, I thought it was just a general. I didn't realize she's actually having a baby.
Oh no, her due date's tomorrow.
Oh, and they're inducing her tomorrow?
I believe so.
Her mother, I don't know if she still does, used to work at Naomi's. Does she still?
I know. I don't think she still does. She also worked at Queen's Pita, I believe.
Who's the mother? Are they Israelis?
Yeah, Mira Farkas.
I don't
know,
know. Works at Naomi Falafel? Pizza?
She used to work there, yeah.
Well, I haven't been there in a long time. So. Really long time. Now, I don't mean Corona time. I mean like some years.
No, I definitely have to put some of these in the freezer. There's way too many for just the two of us. Way too many.
Oh, you should put them like on a rack and put them in the freezer, let them freeze and then put them in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea.
Okay, so now I'm putting on the boiler on high, and I hope I'm not gonna burn the house. So I don't remember how you put on the boiler. Oh, here. Boil, high, and I started. And I have the
Irit, I'm sorry. Do you have a gas grill or an electric grill? Electric.
gas.
I have an electric. That's also gonna change the whole.
It might take longer. You might want to make them a little flatter.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know, just because you want it to be cooked inside. Okay, so this is what this is how many I made. Can you see it?
Yep.
So I'm going to I'm going to put it in the boiler on the top rack.
Ellen, you have electric, right?
Yes.
Do you have to keep when you broil, keep the door slightly open? Because I have electric. We have to leave it slightly open.
That's interesting. I don't usually, but when it's shut it off, I have to keep the door open. So I'll keep it open.
Steve, it's because it'll smoke up inside. You
Right.
know?
When it's electric,
That's good. Yeah.
when it's electric, does it have like do you see the light, like it's not
Like a
flames,
flame.
but do you have like something that becomes red? That's
Yeah.
the
Coils.
coils.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't have your knobs in the front. Your knobs are in the back of the oven, right? Okay,
Right.
so you can cook your knobs. Okay.
Irit, I always put it in the middle rack and it down.
Whoops.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it on the top rack either. I think it's going to be too close. You're broiling on.
You would put on a lower rack?
Move it down one, because
Middle.
when I put my racks to the top, it was so close to the element. I mean, literally it was fractions of an inch away. So I
Yeah,
moved it
no.
down.
You know what? I'm also taking it one down.
Yeah, that's what I said, put it in the middle.
No, the middle is too far. It needs the flame, but I'm gonna take it one down.
Oh, I only have 3 in mine, so there's only top, middle, and bottom.
Oh, I have like 5 here.
Oh, no.
I got like 5 or 6 levels in my oven.
I have 3. All right, I'm making 6 turkey and I'm making 4 beef. The rest I'm freezing.
Irit, how long do you usually wait before you flip them?
What? Now I'm gonna, somehow it was opened way too long, so I turned off. So let me just see that the boiler turned on again. I usually do it 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
On the first side, and then maybe 4 on the other side.
Okay.
Or you could try 4 minutes, depending on how close it is to the flame. So now what I'm putting here, I don't know if you can see, is I just want to see that it's on. Yes, it's on. Okay, so I'm setting the timer for 5 minutes. Okay. So this is how it's served. So I have 1 second. Okay, I'm not prepared with this part. Okay. So you make it almost like a falafel. So you put in a pita or a half a pita. So I'm just gonna prepare the pita. And I'm just gonna cut the pita in half. So you can spread the pita with hummus. I made tahini. I didn't teach you how to make tahini because I taught it the last time, so it's in the old video. But if you want, I can repeat it. It's like equal. I did 4 tablespoons of tahini paste, about 4 tablespoons of cold water, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon, a pinch of salt, and a little bit of garlic. And I just mixed it and I put it in the fridge, and it goes very well on top of it. Israeli salad. It's fine chopped tomatoes, cucumbers. I did red pepper, whatever you want, like like any vegetables, like Israeli vegetables or any vegetables. And since origins are from Iraq, we eat everything with parsley. So I have, like, you just take some leaves without the stems of parsley and put some in your pita.
Irit, if you want, next week you could teach us how to make all the different salads that go into it.
But I showed everything when I made sabit. That's why
know.
I'm sorry, I can't do something, but I made like Israeli salad, and I put tomato, cucumber. Today I put red pepper, olive oil, and salt. Hummus I don't make, I buy. And Ellen makes hummus. And this is tahini, as I said. I have pickles, like the small ones, like in Israel. And parsley and pita.
Do you ever put? I'm curious. Do you ever use amba?
No, I don't like amba, but my family likes it. So
I
yes.
love amba.
Amba goes well with it if you like amba, or srug if you want something. If you want something spicy.
Srug or shata.
Yeah. So that's how we eat it. Now, since we live in America, I also made. This is gonna be our dinner tonight. So I also made some coleslaw before. Israelis never heard of. I mean, they heard of coleslaw, but it doesn't really go with it. They might use this as an appetizer. Coleslaw.
How do you make a coleslaw?
I buy a bag of coleslaw mix, and then I don't know. I found a recipe on the internet. Half a cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of sugar.
You know what I do? You know
like
what I do?
1.5 lemon juice tablespoons, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, salt, and pepper. And I just mix it very well first. And then I mix the...
You put mustard into the coleslaw?
No. And then I mix it after it's mixed, I put the cabbage inside and mix it, and then I put it in the fridge. It needs to be in the fridge for a while for everything to combine. I don't like it when it's just made.
You go to Ben's, and that's the first thing they give you.
That's what I was gonna say. That's where I get my coleslaw.
Yeah.
Go to Ben's and bring it home.
And Arabs eat kebab with rice. I didn't make rice today. I made some string beans, just like boil them and then put them in the oven. a little bit. And I think my boiler, it has 12 seconds in it. How much did you put, Ellen? How much time?
Let me go look, but I did listen to Cheryl and I do have my door open ajar, which is good because it's not smoking. And I'm on a new kick, Irit. I like basmati rice. That's my new favorite rice. Let me go see how much time
Which
I have.
rice?
Basmati.
Yeah, that's the one I use all the time.
Yeah, Jacob says I just like to say it. Oh, my oven's beeping. Hold on.
Okay, I'm taking mine out of the oven. I'm gonna check it. You know what? Before I take them out, I'm gonna wait another minute because I put it farther from the flame, and I want it to be a little more well done because I don't like it red inside at all. And I heard it's not good to eat chopped meat that's red inside. So we'll wait.
I actually added another 2 minutes.
The other thing you can do is you can eat it with is baba ganoush. Except I don't make that either. I only buy it every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fake Iraqi and fake Israeli.
It definitely smells good in the house. And I love the tip about keeping the door a little open. That was a good tip too. And I love the tip about free. I froze so many of them, so that'll be good for when I need to just pull them out and cook them.
Well, you might want to defrost it. Don't cook it frozen.
No, never.
And what did I want to say? I forgot. Okay, now it's beeping. I'm going to take it out and turn them to the other side. So they're a little crusty on the top part. And I'm just gonna turn them to the other side. I don't know how. I want to show you what it looks like. Here, just 1 second. I want tongues. It's falling apart a little. You see, it has a crust on the outside. And when I turn it around, the bottom is still red. So it still looks like raw meat. And believe it or not, I use my hands to flip them. Because otherwise they fall apart. So I just flip them by hand.
I'm using a really, really wide tong so I can grab the whole thing with the tongs and then flip the whole thing over. You have asbestos fingers, Irit.
No, I don't feel it at all. Is that a term, asbestos fingers, or you made it up now?
We've been saying it for years. My father used to be able to touch anything hot almost out of the oven. Not pans, but pretty much. And we used to say he had asbestos fingers.
What?
So they're all flipped. I'm gonna put them closer together so they'll all be as much as possible under the flame. The other thing is I noticed that the side that's close to the door is not so much under the flame, so I'm gonna turn it around. So these will cook a little better. So I turn it around, I'm putting it inside.
Question, who remembers the correct internal temperature for ground beef? I
7
wanna
degrees
check-
Fahrenheit.
Stop it. David said 7 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't think so. I'm thinking 165, but I don't know if that's right.
That's right, yes.
I know 165 for chicken.
160.
The brain's working.
Isn't 165 for chicken?
No,
I'll tell you in a
180.
minute. I'm gonna check with
180
the
is
mom.
for chicken. 180 is for chicken.
Oh, so it's a 165 or 166 I heard from you. But I don't use those, even though I have no patience.
Yeah,
I know when it's made. Okay, I put it for 5 more minutes after I turned it, and I have a feeling it might take a little longer. I only see myself or one other person. Yael, are you still there?
Okay,
Here, I got my
Deb,
thermometer here.
so I'm
me
just letting
see.
you know what the Food Network says about ground beef. For
Yes.
rare, you want it to be 125 degrees plus 3 minutes resting time.
Yes.
Medium rare, you want 130 to 135 degrees. Medium, you want 135 to 140 degrees. Medium well, which it shouldn't be anything more than medium in my opinion, but medium well is
chopped
140.
meat.
What?
Chopped meat should not be medium. I heard a lot of
Correct.
bacteria needs
It
to
shouldn't
die.
be well done, right?
What is
Oh
well
wait, no,
done?
it says ground is 160 degrees. Sorry, I was just telling beef
160,
and
okay,
lamb.
not 165. Yeah, ground beef you want to cook through.
I have
Yeah,
165 on mine.
Sorry, I was talking, steak should not be more than medium rare.
Yeah, right.
Agree.
Like Tina said, plus resting time, because meat will continue to cook for a little bit once you take it out of the oven and shut the oven off, just because of the internal heat.
In my answer here, I was so jealous that I had to get takeout, so my takeout came.
Okay, and is it kebab?
But it's not your kind of kebab. It's the other kind of kebab.
Oh, I see. Okay. Shishli.
Yeah, I think you should just come back to New York then. That way you can get her cooking all the time.
She was
Or-
just
well,
here
no, we don't want-
she was just here for almost the entire Pesach.
Oh, how
Thank
nice.
you for the entire Pesach.
Yeah, it was really nice. I didn't have to cook for myself for a whole 10 days. So nice.
And also
My
she
mom's
got
a much
lucky. We
better
drove-
cook than
we
I
drove
am.
to Massachusetts to bring her. So we spent 3 days in Massachusetts together. Then we came back. So I had a long break.
How nice.
Very nice.
Mine says 3 more minutes. So let's see what happens. Ellen, did you turn yours?
I turned mine and actually I combined them onto one sheet because they were cooking exactly the same time. So I put them all together. And when I did the turkey one, I didn't put cumin. Is that how you say it? Cumin. I didn't put cumin in the turkey one because Alan doesn't like cumin. So what I put in? Oh, I put Saison. We love Saison. Does everybody know about Saison?
What is that? What's in it?
Season.
That's
It's
accent. If you
That's
read the
so-
ingredients, it's like accent.
Yeah, it's delicious. No MSG. It's in a different language, this one. So I can't read it to you guys, but it's very good.
It's in
So you use
Spanish.
that for all the spices together?
Say again?
You use it for all the spices instead of all the spices?
For the turkey one. I did the onion, I did the parsley, I did everything else, but I didn't do any spices except for this.
So you don't put salt in it either?
I didn't. I put maybe a little. No, I don't put any salt in that, but I did put pepper. I did put pepper. Did I put paprika? I think I put paprika. But
Ellen,
he
just so you know, I'm reading the ingredients for Saison seasoning,
Mhm.
and there's cumin in it.
Don't say it out loud. Maybe it's like really so tiny.
Thank goodness it's in another language.
Thank goodness Ellen's cooking alone.
He went up, but he's coming down. Hello, sweetie.
He's ready for dinner. He's smelling it.
He does smell it. You smell it?
So what did you make for it? How are you gonna eat it? Just the meat?
Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. To be honest with you, I'll probably make some basmati rice and just eat that with that, and
With
probably.
the rice. Yeah, it does well with rice.
You know what? Maybe we'll go outside and sell it on the road.
I like your haircut, Alan.
I did it myself.
Really?
Yeah, number 3 buzz cut.
That's good.
Alan doesn't.
Did you see Tomer lately?
Oh yeah.
I saw him, what, 2 weeks ago?
When they
Yeah,
moved
his hair is very long.
there.
I told him, come on over. I'll give him a nice buzz. I'll do a number 5 on him.
Okay, Tomer, show your face. Wait, he's gonna say hi.
There he is.
Where is he?
There he is.
Oh my God, Tomer, say something so you can be on our screens.
So I can what?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, hi.
I
Yay!
like that 1975.
I'm telling you, me too.
I just left you to another minute. As I said, I put it further. Yael, is your food there? Are you eating?
I am. Do you see my fridge in the background?
Yes.
She's in the kitchen. Oh, I'm beeping. Hold on.
So I waited another minute for mine. Because it's a little farther than from the.
I just took the temperature on mine and it was only 120 degrees. There's no dark crust on it yet. They're just brown. So
Wait,
I'm
are you
putting them
in,
back
what kind of oven do you have?
I have gas, but I had to move it down. So it's good 3 inches away from the flame.
And did you put it on low or on high?
High.
I guess, every oven is different. Every boiler is different.
Yep. Plus mine are a little on the thicker side, possibly, the height.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys. Mine look beautiful. Hold on. And now you'll be able to see the difference between the two.
Let me see.
Oh, wow.
But you have to say something, otherwise we can't see it. Ellen, speak. Because it's a
Hi.
interview.
Do you see it? The ones on
Yes.
the outside of beef and the ones on the inside of turkey, you can tell by the different colors. But they
Yes,
look
but do you want to cut one open and see if it's
and see if it, yeah.
cooked all the way through? I'm
Yeah.
taking mine out too.
But do you need to let it rest?
That's what I was thinking. Should they rest first? Let me get a knife.
The juices will come running out if you cut it too early.
Yeah.
Cheryl, thank you for that tip. My house didn't get smoky or anything. Very excited.
Okay. I took one out. I want to show it to you. And I'm going to cut it open to see if it's really cooked all the way through. But do you see it? It's really crusty on both sides.
Yep.
So I'm just going to cut it open because I don't like it when it's not cooked inside.
It looks so good.
Yes, but it's cooked all the way through.
It's cooked all the way through? Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Let's see that one.
You see?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to put it together. And while I'm putting it together, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I don't feel like hummus today, but I'm going to put some tahini in the pita. Like I'll spread some tahini, but you can spread hummus if you like hummus. Then I'm going to take the kebab. You can put 1 or 1.5. It's like falafel. You see, this is 1. You can put 2 of them. And then I'm going to put some parsley inside. And some Israeli salad. So you see, when you don't see what's inside, you think it's falafel. And then on top of the salad, I'm going to put some more tahini. Okay. And this is what it looks like. And I hope it tastes good for you. I mean, I hope mine tastes good. Every time I do it, it's like, I'm a little nervous that it's not going to taste well, but usually it does.
B'tevon.
So there are any questions?
It looks delicious. I put mine back in because mine had a little bit of pink in it. So I flipped them over one more time and put it back in for a minute. But they smell delicious and they look delicious.
I think it's mainly because it's electric.
Yeah. Yeah, how do yours look?
So my guys are going to sit down and eat while I can stay here a little, and see if you have any questions.
What if I wanted to do it in the air fryer? It's my new
I don't have
obsession.
an air fryer, so I don't know what it's going to look like, what it's going to taste like.
It should work.
It'd be fine. It just should cook faster. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do it.
Is it air fryer something like frying?
It's a convection oven, basically. The air just circulates all around it and cooks faster because of that.
But isn't it supposed to have the flavor of frying?
No,
No, the texture.
it just
of
it gets
what-
crispy if you have something that is like coated.
So
Like,
why do they call it fryer?
that it
It's
gets
not fryer.
crispy.
Because they call air fry, because the outside will get a nice crust on it generally.
Yeah,
It's like when
not-
frying something.
It's less the taste and more the texture of it that
Yeah.
changes.
Right.
So Ellen, mine I put back in for another 2 minutes because they're thick and they're far away from the flame.
Got
So
it. Got it. I hear mine crinkling.
Yeah.
Hear the crinkle.
Oh, Deb is there. Okay, come. Guy's gonna say hi too. Guy, come.
Ooh, hey guy.
Oh, guys there too?
No, they don't want to see your hand. They want to see you.
There he is.
Hi.
Hi, guy.
He cuts his own hair just like Alan.
Oh, these look so good. Oh my God.
All right, well, let's say thank you to Irit, everybody. Thank you, Irit.
Thank you.
And I will let you know what we're doing next week, tomorrow or Tuesday. And you'll get an email with Irit's recipe. And that's really it. Thank you again. We have to all sign off because there is a meeting on this account in 4 minutes. So we got to let them get on to their meeting.
News.
Bye soon.
Oven's done.
Irit, thank you.
That was
Thank
great.
you
I
so
really
much,
enjoyed it.
Irit.
Thank you.
Really
Enjoy your
appreciate
kebabs.
it.
It's
Ellen,
I'm gonna
delicious.
make it tomorrow.
Ellen, put the president on, okay?
Oh, yeah. I'll let him use it. That's right. He might be signing on the other, but I'll bring him this. Ooh.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, everybody. Thank
Try your
you.
recipe, Reed. Looks good.
Thanks. Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Josie, is Josie on that call? Bonnie, you're going to sign into the other Zoom, correct?
I thought I was staying on this one.
No. We're signing off of this. You have to sign into the next link.
Oh, okay.
There's a separate link. You should have gotten an email this morning from me.
I did.
I had
got
it scheduled to go
figured
out.
if it's on the same account, I didn't realize I have to go in and out.
Yeah, they're different links. So,
All right.
all right.
All right, so Alan's gonna go on his own phone. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Tell
Okay,
him
so
I'm on now, okay? Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to end
bye.
the meeting, Bonnie, so you guys could start.
Thank you.
No problem.
Right.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
everybody.